Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. If you're following along and you're enjoying this content, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in checking us out live, you can see us over at twitch.tv/ProDMJoey. And if you're interested in joining any of our games or joining our community and talking about D&D, learning about our homebrew universe, our module, all of that fun stuff, you can go on over to our Patreon. Link is in the description below to do all of those things. Alrighty, players. Where last we left off, Law had made some type of binding pact with some unknown entity, which is the reason I love low wisdom characters so fucking much. And they gave you a little bit of information for some reason. You're not really quite sure what they get out of the deal yet. This information told you that you can manipulate things inside of these wisps or inside of the fields of dreams. If you do so, they become a reality. However, if you create anything organic or living, those items, those objects, entities can fill them and control them as they see fit. Now, that's not a very pleasant thought for many individuals, but it is what it is, after all. Did I forget my phone? I forgot my phone. Don't need it. So, you all decided to escape using a skeleton key that you manifested out of thin air, Law, and as you went over to the other area, you discovered that the person imprisoned in room or cell number 6 was actually the boss, though he aged at a seemingly normal rate. A terrifying concept to have to deal with and consider. How long has he actually been here? But after discovering them, you all discussed for a period of time and eventually freed him through some very educated guesses that Law made. Now, with all of you escaping, walking down the hallway over towards a long corridor, you approach over to a room that looks like it doesn't exactly belong here. The stonework shapes and molds into a different looking stonework, less how do I put this? Muddy, cruddy, old, sullied, and more renovated, modern, newer, nicer even. And you all walk forward into what appears to be a kitchen or a dining hall with a long table and 8 chairs, each of which are labeled. The one across from the head of the table, labeled Professor. And then chair 1, chair 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 7 and 8 are designated for guest. As you all step in here, you hear behind a closed door what sounds like movement. Banging around on pots and pans and stirring of some boiling object. What would you all like to do?
Oh. I'm curious what's making all the noise. I'll refer to the other two on that, but this is dining hall. This is also a chance for first food in forever.
Well, I must say I am curious as to what is making the sound.
Likewise. We've gone this far without eating. Not needing to eat, I'm assuming.
Perhaps.
Oh god, does that mean our bodies have died from malnutrition? Or does time work differently here? Morse code, Morse code.
He's reaching, trying to find something to tap on because he can't see anything.
Right, I will hold out my hand. Just use my hand.
Right. And he'll tap into it. Time moves estranged or disconnected inside of the astral itself. Inside of Whisk, it moves at a rate that the controller of the Wisp or creator of it chooses.
So Charleston can basically just decide the flow of time inside here. Got it.
Or how you perceive it in here. It's difficult to explain.
I mean, that could be true, but something to keep in mind, we're not actually from this train. More like we were brought to it or stumbled upon it. Not sure if that would affect anything. The astral isn't my area of expertise.
How did you all travel here? How did you find your way into the astral?
We went to sleep.
From what I know, I mean, this might be drawing upon out of character knowledge because Law is not a wizard and he doesn't have access towards those spells.
This is a mingled dream.
Oh my god, no, not again.
Oh, I've been waiting for that one. I've been waiting for that one. Which reminds me, if you want to check out Mingled Dreams, it's also on our YouTube channel. You can see it over on our Twitch channel Wednesday mornings. Continue.
So, as I was saying, I'm not sure how much of this is actual and character knowledge, so feel free to stop me if I wouldn't have access to it.
Oh, I will.
Okay, but from my understanding, this is something more along the lines of an astral projection.
That you would not be aware of.
Alright.
Yep.
Alright, then we'll stop it all there then.
Sounds good. So, you're all projecting here. That's interesting. And you just happen to do so? That makes no sense. There's a disconnect. I have no idea how you're able to do this. This is bad. Well, I mean, it's good. New information is always good, but bad because I don't know what that entails.
Oh? We're concerned about our actual bodies, but if we're here, we can at least try to learn. Reminds me, I'm actually somewhat interested about that elixir or poultice that originally made Charleston more intelligent.
Well, unfortunately, that secret died with Charleston's caretaker.
Dang it.
And I'm assuming Wave you'll translate.
Yes, I would.
Alright. Too dangerous of a serum to allow to exist in his mind. I wanted him to mass produce it. Wave, you get a, excuse the pun, wave of a memory that you had dangling out the window where this man dropped you.
You're the one that fucking dropped me.
Excuse me? I had never met you before in my life.
Right, it was the illusion, not... Never mind.
But you remember who he did drop? Hopefully you remember? Jesus Christ.
You... Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to come up with the words to speak to him. Why did you drop him?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Out of the window, I experienced the memory through the illusions.
I don't know what you are referring to. This is quite a strange interaction. I would never intentionally hurt anybody.
See, I'd ask for roll an insight, but I know it'd be at disadvantage because of the tapping. Oh god, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. Worst case scenario, I don't know if he's lying, right? Insight is here. Right, disadvantage.
You saw the illusion.
Yeah.
Which you have confirmed is a loop of memories.
I mean, he could have no memory of it. Who knows? You realize I experienced that memory. I saw it clearly, eh? You killed me, you killed him.
He was refusing to cooperate.
So you killed him?
Well, he was trying to hide all of the research that I funded and I paid for from me. It was mine. I owned it. It belonged to me.
You had no right to kill him.
He stole tens of thousands of gold from me, claiming to be a philanthropist. Wow, I fucked that word up. Like myself.
Then you take that to the authorities. You do not.
The work we were dealing in, you cannot involve the authorities. If they knew what we were trying to do, we all would have been imprisoned or executed.
Then maybe you shouldn't have broken the law to begin with, now should you?
We allow the law to limit all our research. There is so much that we will never learn about.
Correct.
Risks have to be made for the sake of knowledge sometimes.
Correct.
At the expense of children?
Which, by the way, I'm probably at this point inclined to believe you kidnapped.
I never kidnapped him. He came with his father, the researcher, my employee. We saw his aptitude, and he decided that he would try the serum.
What about Xander, then?
Excuse me?
The other children. We know there were 6 of them.
6 subjects. We don't know if they were all children.
From what you saw inside the cage, most of them were matured. We did not just openly experiment on children. That it was never a goal or a thought in our mind. In my mind, at least. He is the one who attempted to use it on his child. And once we saw that the magic was actually working properly, then we decided to move on with the experiment. What was done was done.
I'm gonna roll something, Jiro, for my response to him.
Cool.
You know, maybe
Nope, never mind.
you deserve to be locked in there for the rest of your life.
No,
With
you're
your
not
real body decayed and gone.
You're not exactly one to talk about handling children, Rave.
I did not experiment on any children.
So, what would have happened if you found out it could only be used on children, and there was a 1 in 10 side effect of them dying? Would you have still done it?
That is a needless question. We found someone it worked on. We found our way to the astral. He just didn't hand over the research to allow us to figure out why and to allow us to travel here freely.
Maybe you did find out why, and you wanted to experiment on kids. Okay. Well, I think we should call the child and tell him we made a mistake.
No, he won't understand that we freed him as a mistake. He'll put us into a similar cell as his own. I think we need to just put him back and pretend this never happened.
Kidding me? There's so much we can learn from him, so much we can learn from all this. What happened in the past happened. I'd say he already paid enough for what he did. I mean, look at him. Look at what's been done to him.
Benefiting off the misfortune of others. I cannot allow it.
And yet yet neglecting the misfortune you've inflicted upon others is perfectly fine.
I did not benefit at all. That's followed me everywhere. That is not important right now.
The door
Alright.
to the kitchen opens up. And you all see this large, bulbous creature, bipedal, walking out with this purple skin and fat rolls sitting and resting one after another on top of themselves. As it moves into this dining hall, pushing a large cart filled with food. The creature looks over at the five of you. Lucky. Languages, everybody? Just post them in chat.
Okay.
Law, this is deep speech. You freed the meal.
Oh shit.
You're the only one who knows what it's saying.
Go over to Rave Stripes and say, can we at least agree that the boss here does not deserve to be eaten by whatever that thing is?
Yeah.
Leak. It starts moving. That's my meal.
Okay,
Let's get the hell out of here.
after I translate, yes.
So do you all try to outrun it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd like you all to roll me initiative, please.
Son of a bitch.
Thank God for feline agility.
Yeah, because outrunning everybody and going to your own separate corner in the world never has any consequences in a horror movie. Oops. Did I say that out loud? I am so sorry, guys. I didn't have combat music set up. Give me one moment. I should have known there's no way for this group in particular to go without fighting. Wow, no quipbacks. Okay, I guess so.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be fighting so much as running for our lives.
Yeah, it's gonna be like somebody doing a speed run on like Resident Evil. Yeah, we might fight a little bit, but we're just trying to get the hell up out of here.
Alrighty. There we go. There's the song. All right. Now, if you remember this one.
Isn't this used in the Heist of Ravnica?
Oh, I use it all in every game that I run.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, let me now roll its initiative. Uh-huh. Darmok, you see the entity reaches downwards for what appears to be a meat cleaver covered in ichor, maybe? And, well, there's the hallway behind you that leads to all the jail cells and that kitchen that it is standing literally in front of. What would you like to do?
Fuck. Is he charging?
Oh, he's grabbing the meat cleaver, moving towards you all.
But I mean, like, is he like trying to run towards us, or is he like?
No, he just picked up the meat cleaver.
Okay.
That's it.
Fuck. All right. I'm going to grab the boss. What is he again? Human?
Yeah.
Okay.
A blind, beyond exhausted, tongueless human.
I'm assuming frail as well.
Oh, super.
Okay, I'm gonna.
He weighs about 80 pounds at 5'6".
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna pick him up, and I'm trying to imagine this room. So I'm gonna go to like a far side, and I'm not thinking. There we go. And kind of make him like kind of follow towards me with his meal.
Okay. The entity's eyes follows along with your direction. All done? You still have an action.
Yeah, really don't have anything to do. I guess I'll just tell Law and Wave Stripes to head for the kitchen.
Wave Stripes. It is standing literally in front of the kitchen doors. And it is a very large, bulbous creature.
Alrighty, he said to head into the kitchen,
That's what he said.
and that's past the creature.
That is literally in front of the door with
dear
a meat
God.
cleaver.
Are you sure you want us to go into the kitchen? I mean, I don't like the way that thing looks.
Can I reply or?
You have 4 words.
He's gonna chase me.
If you say so. I'm going to feline agility and action disengage and just run past
Alrighty.
as far as I can into the kitchen.
You very quickly run under the table and through the creature's legs, heading into the kitchen. I need you to give me a dex save, Wave.
Oh boy. 18?
18. As you cross the threshold of the door, you push it open and you jump out, and it's a void. Not the same type of void that you were all traveling inside of. This is a pitch black nothingness in the area. And you grab onto the door as it swings around, and you feel gravity, and there's no place down. Now you're on the door. That took you about 30 feet of movement.
Don't go in the kitchen. I'm going to climb back into the main room and I guess try to climb up to the roof or the ceiling, I guess.
Alrighty. Bing, 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 bing. All done?
Yeah.
Okay. This creature is going to move over towards you, Darmok.
Mm-hmm.
And with the meat cleaver, swing at your stomach. What was your action again, Darmok?
I just spoke. I didn't do disengage or anything.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
It does.
You will suffer 13 points of slashing damage as it gashes through the section of your stomach. And you just, oh no, that's bad.
I'm going to use Stone's Endurance as a reaction.
Roll your d12.
4.
You subtract 4 from the 13, so 9. Law, your turn.
Okay. Time for the second most useful cantrip of all time. I'm gonna see if I can make that thing go prone with a good old sapping sting. No, that is not a roll, that is a save. I do not know why
it's the way it's statically programmed into Roll20. It's been an issue for months. It rolled a 12.
Holy crap, it failed.
Hey! Yeah, you're lucky to fail. You all watch as it swings at you, Darmok, and then it begins to try to swing again, but this time, Law creates some type of force that just drags the creature downwards, and it crumples to its knee, falling prone.
Alright.
All done?
I will start flying out and across the void on the other side of the door.
Alrighty. You fly into a vast open nothingness. All done?
Warrant you.
Ha 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 ha, wings. Alright, Wave, your turn.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, no, Darmok, your turn.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
He's now prone, lying on the ground.
Yep. I'm gonna say this to Law. Is it safe?
Sorry, Law, until you have an action to perceive, you have no way of knowing. It's safe for you.
If you fly, yes.
That's a no.
That's a big fact. Nope. Okay. How big's this room? Like big?
From end to end, probably 60 feet.
Okay, I'm going to use Step of the Wind, bonus action to disengage, and then I'm going to move all the way to the other side of the room with the boss.
All right, what are you doing with your action? Because with 40 feet, you get almost to the complete other side of the room.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's others on this map. All right, let's move that one and move that one.
Okay, and I guess I will take the dodge action.
Wave.
Okay, so it's safe for people who fly. Darmoks run off. Oh god, I'm mixing between it and already. I'm going to climb up so I'm over the doorway. Still on the ceiling, but over the doorway.
Yeah. This hulking large bulbous creature could barely reach you.
Yeah, and I'm going to hold my action for Sapping Sting when he comes back over. If he passes by or comes over towards me.
Oh, hey, that spells hereditary, apparently. Okay. The creature will spend half of its movement standing up, and then begins dashing. 5 feet. Go ahead, Wave. This time it rolled an 18.
18.
Your DC is not 18.
No,
at
it's
this
a 14.
level,
That's a fail. Or
Yeah.
that's a success block.
Alrighty, so 15 feet. 30 feet. It is dashing over the doorway where you stand. And you're engaged with it, Wave, but yeah, it had to dash to get to you. Law.
Okay. This is going to be somewhat risky, but despite my words, I do actually somewhat care for Rave.
Aw.
So, I'm going to try and do a shocking grasp.
You go touch it. 18 hits.
Alright.
It's shocking.
And it cannot take reactions.
Alrighty. How much damage was that? 8?
Yep.
1, 7.
Alright.
Oh, this one.
That's alright. You've got a window now. Use it. Then I'm going to a bit further into the void so I can investigate on my next turn.
You get 15 feet deeper in. Darmok.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is the beast, is it prone again?
Nope.
It has no reaction. Okay.
Yeah. It seems to be a little shocky right now.
Am I 40 feet from the door or closer?
Yeah. You're only 30 feet from the door.
All right. Yeah, we're going in and taking my. You said like the door opens and nothing, then there's nothingness basically.
Yep.
So I guess the last time I can step on something physical, just kind of jump.
Into the void.
Yep.
Alrighty. He's free falling.
Damn.
Alright, we can take you out of initiative now. Wave!
Oh god, I'm gonna climb down. I can't take reactions because shock and grasp already. I'm gonna climb down and also jump into the void.
Whee! You're now out of the initiative as well. The creature is going to go And as it steps into the void, there are stones that appear under its feet for it to walk.
Oh, I thought I fucked up going in the void, be honest with you at first.
Oh, I mean, you're free falling.
Yeah.
The stones are where it's walking. However, it casually walks over to where you are, Law. Does a 18 hit?
Not if I use shield.
It swings its weapon and there's an arcane deflection that shoots it off of you.
Okay.
Law, your turn again.
Well, I will disengage and go 30 feet upwards. Let's see if it's still able to follow.
Alrighty. It will watch you do that. And then just tilt its head looking over at you. Which, unfortunately, you understand. This is my realm to control. Law, I need you to give me a con save. Okay. You feel its presence push over top of you. And you try as best as you can to maintain yourself here. But there's this large power that seems to be coming from nowhere that envelops around you and starts dragging you downwards. However, you maintain consciousness. After you fall past the point of its threshold, you watch as a stone for you ceiling appears.
Oh, this got a whole lot worse. Right, is that its turn?
That's initiative. As you gain control over yourself again, flying as best as you can up towards the ceiling, you can reach it, but it's too solid for you to interact with. You look down and your companions have already fallen too far for you to hear their screams any longer.
I'm guessing this is going to be my first death pretty soon. Well, might as well try to appease it, see if I can live any longer.
So, you sit there, flying as long as your wings can sustain you, before eventually physical exhaustion sits in, and you begin to fall. All three of you, please add one more sanity to your sheets.
Damn.
Wave and Darmok. Wave, you're in luck. This is now a fear of heights. Both of you have this issue now. Less being high up and more falling and the potential of it. Law, however, you were able to maintain yourself for several hours And the worst part of that entire experience was the isolation. The feel of dread that you were absolutely alone here. Nobody to hear you, help you, nothing to assist you. Even your powers that you rely so heavily on being all but useless in this location. You suffer from the fear of isolation, being alone, before falling.
No, he has to keep me alive.
Well, somebody. He has to be near somebody. Or else bad things could happen. And as an introvert, that would be the worst fucking fear in the world. But anyways, you all know and accept that you are dead for a period of time. It's odd being conscious in a void. Nothing to perceive but awareness of existence. No smell, no taste, no hearing, and no sight. It's liberating in one sense, but beyond suffocating in another. Then, one by one, you open your eyes. You lie on the ground, looking up at that same muted sky that you all saw before. Wave, you wake up first, moving up and looking at that tower to your back and that massive maze to your front. And then, you're not sure when it happens, but Darmok appears. Then a couple of hours later, Law appears. And all three of you are back. Quite possibly just for the purpose of doing it again.
Oh, first thing I'm doing is getting in between Rave and Darmok. I have people to both sides of me.
Is the old man with us? Has he reappeared?
He has not.
Oh, he's gonna be falling for eternity. Assuming he's still alive.
Well, if we can't die, I doubt he can either. I mean, let's be honest. I think that fall from the window did kill me.
Oh. You look dead.
Dead.
By the way, would we have gotten a short rest while Law was falling?
While dying? No.
Falling.
Falling is not a restful activity.
No, well, he was, because we landed and we were waiting for him for a couple hours, right?
Having an existential crisis is not a relaxing activity.
I mean, you never know.
For those few hours, you were having a panic attack.
Okay,
But now you're okay.
That's fair.
Well,
that's fair.
okay.
Relatively.
Yeah, you're as okay as
Okay.
anybody in this.
As to say, not at all, but had to ask, for luck.
Sure.
Give me a second. I think I can detect magic.
You feel around and you do detect that same illusionary magic that encompassed you all. And as soon as you sense that, you all hear and see Charleston appear running back into that same hedge maze, followed by his father again.
Guys, I don't think I want to repeat the process again. I think we should go over like Darmok said last time. No, that's a bad idea. I don't want to be high up like that.
So should we just follow? Well, who did we follow first last time?
Charleston. Then we followed the father. I think if we follow the father, we might figure out how he ran into Charleston.
Yeah, but the same point's gonna be. They still. We need to find a different way. Completely, I think. Because he's just going to run into Charleston, then the explosion, and then we're meeting with the boss.
Well, like I said, the father likely knows the exit, so the way through it properly. So following him probably gets us a start.
He's still following Charleston, not leaving the maze.
No, but I'd assume that he'd think Charleston is trying to get through it. Possibly.
Perhaps, but it's the best idea we got so far.
I mean, we could just go back into the tower.
I do not want to go into the back there either. But if both of you want to, well.
This one, I'm just going wherever you guys go.
Alright, let's follow the father then.
Okay. You all move into the maze yet again, following after the father and Charleston. You wander through here for a period of time. And as you do so, Darmok, you notice an eerie sensation coming from behind you. You look over your shoulder and you see the physical, real Charleston following you, just watching.
Are we, does it look like he knows where... let me say this right.
Sure.
Does his attitude seem like he's okay with us right now?
Roll me an insight.
24.
He has a look on his face that would suggest he's upset. But deeper down past that, there's a sense of amusement towards you all. Like someone who has been alone for too long, just appreciating the fact that there's people doing things nearby.
Okay. So, but I'm gonna just keep going, I guess, and just kind of keep an eye on it, like look back every little bit.
Alrighty. Unfortunately, the other two do not ever notice. However, You continue along this path until eventually you see the father goes over to a section of the maze and maneuvers his hands around it, and the hedge separates for him to cut across and through. You follow him, and they start closing up behind him, and eventually he turns the corner where he sees Charleston summoning this magic again. And you all know what happens next. Dex saves, but with advantage. By the way, Darmok, you're back to full hit points. After you die, you get a full reset.
Okay.
Not
Cool.
spells, but
What key points?
no.
Okay.
None of
Figured
your
out, just make sure.
resources, just hit points. You know, your not die button is reset.
Real quick, how are we doing the sanity? You said give us one, but I mean, do I need to start at 0 or do I need to start at 10?
You start at 0, and you now
Okay.
have 1. As soon as you hit 10,
Well, I'm talking about on the character sheet because it's saying like now it's saying like -5. I don't know if you want that to be a 1 or
it
you
doesn't.
want that
Ignore
to
that, ignore that, ignore that.
Okay.
Change the big number to 1. And for wave, 2.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, I got a dirty 20.
Darmok got a 12, actually.
You
You
said
don't have
with
advantage on Dex. Oh, yeah, everybody has advantage. Okay, I apologize. Yeah. You all see the magic snapping off, and the father, no, Charleston! And you all book it the opposite direction this time, watching as the large explosion spreads across this entire maze yet again, and all of you narrowly leaping out into the wide open area yet again. This time, Charleston appears behind the 3 of you. You all escaped.
Yes, we did.
You tried to take him away too, with you.
If we're being completely honest, I didn't realize the extent of his crimes against you and the others.
After what I showed you.
To be fair, didn't hear it from the boss's side. I mean, we can't exactly hear anything from him in the cities, but luckily, Brave Stripes understands Morse.
What did you all learn?
We learned that the basement is the way out of here.
You're all leaving?
Well, no. We just know that that's the way out.
Well, I at least don't plan to leave. I don't want to leave quite yet. Still quite a bit too long here, but as for what I've run down there, if you can make the image, it turns real.
Yeah. It's a part of my world.
And
anything you make stays here forever with me. I've already tried making everything I know.
And I suppose you like it that way?
Yeah. Things don't leave me here. Ever.
How old are you outside of here?
I'm 5.
How many winters has your body endured?
I don't like winter. It doesn't happen here.
How about
No, I mean, not here, but outside here.
I don't know. I'm only here. This is the entire world. Everything. All of it. I control it. I can create and destroy anything by imagining it.
I can see how that's intoxicating. Really wonderful feeling. I wonder what happens if I'm able to create my own demo plane here.
You don't have to create one. You get to play here with me. You can make anything you want. And I can teach both of you how to make anything you want. And you can stay here with me forever. He smiles at the three of you, and it looks authentic and warm. As if he truly believes everything he is offering you is fantastic.
To be fair, Law thinks that too.
Low wisdom. It's a fun thing. But with all of you being invited to spend the remainder of existence in a realm that you have full control over by this entity who is practically a god here, I think that's where we're ending the session, everybody. A little bit early, I know, but 3-person sessions tend to move very quickly, and I can't possibly create enough content within a week's notice. So, players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all next time. Goodbye.